I knew you would not let those bandits overrun the village. I hope I equal your skill someday. Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted. I did not mean to anger you, but the attack has given me a new appreciation for my task. We must always be wary, even if there is little danger of a second attack. No, it's just that I feel that this is something to keep me occupied. It is an honor to guard this gate, even if I worry that I might not be able to do more than cower behind it in times of trouble. No, that's... I simply meant that I was a burden to him. It seems all I can do is offend you, and you are considered the best here. How quickly I fail when I've barely begun. I'm sorry, senior student. What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try. Wait, I know this. Yes, it's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior student, but that was one of the first things I memorized. Chi is our internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our chi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds. Additionally, chi can be used to strengthen our blows, making the most of each strike. I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my chi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day. Of his history? Nothing. He is supposed to be a great master, but I just arrived, so I know very little about him. I wish I knew more, senior student, but that is all I can answer about our master. Oh, good. I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions. Master Li was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
Who was that man leading the bandits? He was really scary.
Glad to see you're still well. By most reports, you faced down many of those bandits yourself. Impressive, senior student. Now you're sounding ever so slightly like Gao. To hear Gao's side, he pushed back the bandits, but I know you dealt with the greater share of them. Of course, it was best that our master was there to deal with that sorcerer. The stories about their confrontation spread quicker than a plane's fire.
You are the hero of the moment. Gao claims that he dealt with hordes of bandits, but everyone else agrees that you turned aside their main attack. It is good that you were here. My foolish lack of attention forced Master Li to come to my rescue, and left me with a wound that will take a few weeks to heal. Master Li assures me I will heal in time. It's a shame, as Smiling Mountain was teasing me just yesterday with some special prize. Smiling Mountain trains students in group combat, and just yesterday I managed to break your record for the number of opponents faced at once. He teased me by saying if I could go one higher, he might have a prize for me. I suppose he might make the same offer to you, if you're up to it. If I could fight, he could likely round up enough opponents for you to make a run at a new record, but I can't face anyone with this wound. Unless you can speed up time, I'm not sure there's much that can be done. Master Li has already tended to it. Then again, I vaguely recall a grass or herb that hastens the healing process. Someone like Old Ming might know for sure. He's quite interested in herbs. I think so, though I can't remember the name. It was some kind of rare grass, I think. I don't think it's a common plant, no. The only person I can think of who might know for sure would be Old Ming. I'm not sure, but if you had to buy it, I'd happily pay you back for the trouble you went through. This wound will heal in time regardless, but I wouldn't complain if it knitted faster. All the quicker to return to my training. When he's not hollering at students for making too much noise, he's usually down by the beach looking after the statue of Emperor Sun. I know you're very busy, but if you happen to have time and be passing by the beach, I'd appreciate it if you would at least ask Old Ming. If I'm lucky, he might know of an herb, and if heaven smiles upon me, he'll know where to find some. If you have to buy anything, let me know what it costs and I'll pay you back happily. It would be worth it to get back to training. I haven't talked to many of the newer students. The only one I have strong opinions about is Gao. He and I have sparred many times. He's come dangerously close to injuring me, and I've seen his aggression hurt others. I've expressed my concerns to Smiling Mountain, and he wisely advises me to focus on myself. If I let my anger get the better of me, I'm no better than Gao. I'll answer what I can. Master Li cares deeply for all of us, despite his stern demeanor. Look how he came to my rescue when the bandit's spell left me wounded. I've heard a rumor that the man leading the bandits seemed to know Master Li, but I really couldn't say why. It's scary to think they came here with a purpose, though. Why don't you ask Master Li? I'll answer what I can. I can only feed you answers that are common knowledge. Some of the other students might help you more. Wen is the most widely traveled here, and Lin hasn't been able to stop talking about ghosts, which is a nice change when we're talking about everyone else. If you have questions about history or philosophy, I recommend avoiding us students. Learn about the past from those who were there. Take care. Oh, and if you happen to find anything that might help this wound after you talk to Old Ming, let me know.
Don't let me distract you from the people singing your praises for defeating the bandits. I should get back to my studies so I can one day match your greatness.
Master Li does not demonstrate his skills very often. He must have been very concerned for your safety.
It's always... They'd probably skin me alive if they heard me say this. But Wen and Lin look like they've got a little more free time right now. Go pester them so they don't pester me.
There must be fewer travelers for the bandits to prey on. They have to be desperate to attack the village.
To hear Gao tell it, he single-handedly beat back the bandits. But I know you did the lion's share. Too bad I was stuck up here minding the younger students. It would have been great to see Master Li deal with that sorcerer. We so rarely see our master's true abilities in action. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Li saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things," to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
There's no reason to behave like that.
This from Master Li's favorite. We can't all be blessed with such favor. Any of us could have been the best in the school if we had been Master Li's first student. I don't need to take this. Your impending graduation has clearly gone to your head, and if you ask me, it can't come soon enough.
I heard how you faced those bandits in the village. Many people are impressed, but I expected no less. Your skill is a match for any rough bandit. Is there anything you need? Perhaps a training session with some of the students. It would do them good. Yes, and the students are on edge from the bandit attack. It would do them good to work some of that out. It is a shame about Kia Min. She holds the record for the most opponents defeated in my little training challenge. No one can challenge her record while she is injured. I have a little something tucked away for anyone who can best Kia Min's feat. That includes you, of course, but any attempt will have to wait until she is healed. You could match it, but with Kia Min injured, there aren't enough students free to beat it. You will have to wait until she is healed to challenge the record. I know you held it until recently, but Kia Min has a knack for group fights, and she set a new bar just yesterday. As I said, I have a special incentive for anyone who can beat her performance, but you will have to wait until she is healed before I have enough students. Her wound was not mortal, but it was severe enough that I will not let her fight as she is. I suppose you could ask her if there's anything you could do to help. Goodbye. I am here if you need anything.
Ah, you are back. I hope this unfortunate matter with the bandits has not caused undue stress. Some good people were lost, but many were saved. It means, however, that I must accelerate your training. These invaders discovered us by accident, but as you likely suspect, they are related to your destiny. You have trained hard and are ready. You will have a pivotal role in some great events, my student, after you return from the Spirit Cave.
I object!
Gao, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Your pet student is not the only one who fought those outlaws. Perhaps I did not stand in their midst on the beach like a fool, but I did my part. If you spent less time coddling him, you would have many promising students instead of one.
This is not a matter that can be decided by effort, Gao. There are things at play that you do not understand.
I understand that this student has received preferential treatment, and I have suffered for it. Whatever is in this spirit cave, I am worthy of facing it too. If he is truly better than me, let him prove it. I challenge him.
I will not have you brawling in the street. If this must happen, it will happen in the ring, as a proper test of your abilities. Gao, you are restricted to styles that I have taught. I know the dark tutoring your father, Gao the Greater, has imparted, but I won't have any such sorcery here.
Hobbled before I begin. Of course. How else would your precious protege win?
My student, I do not trust Gao to fight honorably. Consider your attacks carefully. Prepare yourself and return when you are ready. I will explain what I can after we have dealt with Gao's interruption. I don't want to confuse matters. Trust that I am right. Remember the basics. They will serve you well.
Well, it seems you have everyone on your side again. Hero of the village as well as the school.
It is a well-earned accolade. We should all be proud.
I'm not sure why. Such vermin are barely a threat. I beat a couple of those fools as well, just not the swarm on the beach. I don't need the respect of the weak. If they cannot protect themselves, what good are they to me? An endless, foolish road to go down. There are always victims, always weaklings. You could live 1,000 lives and still someone would be begging for your help. Why should I care? I have little interest in the other students here, and even less for the mud farmers outside. I am here to train, nothing more. You'll soon see what I am capable of. I will make sure of it. I'm done with you. Go talk to your precious master. Training will not resume until he has met with you.
You were so brave to fight those bandits. Master Li has trained you well.
I have never seen Master Li display such power. He truly is a great man.
Epafawe ea kosawia toa. Sisa ia akawawi o kupvaia wo tuko utro. Wasafno sositu no ko ota napia ifa ia ok. Kanawe ia kawa ia atatahasi? Ika kahia wo no ka kike ia wo shathia oka uki ia aya yulia wai. Awith utkua wo kokopia kawa ia elwo. piershat uk ni uksa ia sun puno kahon wo ushashia uksa hiaka. Noko wo ifawia ok kun one wipifia. Koni uk noia kup sa ia sisia su ukot. Wakawe ya tanke ya nano wo ye wa sonoak.
You were right to encourage him, but couldn't we have done something ourselves? I suppose we all have to look out for ourselves, but remember that there's always time for others, too.
Niato nanapadi irovir, kuni oknawata ir. Taui ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Uno ir na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo, kunir fuk no sankod na no wana napir. Niato nanapadi irovir, kuni oknawata ir. Irkana, unikasuri kwana no kasa iriro. Tasi si tintu, funye wowosi ye wo tahufu. Ipanar nuko iwa nikasanarir, iroro ni nuasa irkana. Tofuia tawita ia ukarashita wewo. Usair kokonato, tanatnia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato siiri panoneniko. Niato nanapadi irovir, kuni ugnawata ir. Usair kokonato, tanatnia, katana no shafatoyo kokonato siiri panoneniko. Tikotro tuaso.
A potential customer is a welcome customer. What can I do for you? Oh yes, I had heard that someone was injured and immediately saw the opportunity to make vast sums of... No, to make a difference, that's it. Anyway, I've checked my stocks, and I only have enough ingredients to make 1 dose of the salve for a poultice. I'm not sure how much good it will do by itself. Might take a bit of the sting away. Bearded Tongue, is it? You must have spoken to old Ming. He knows his herbs better than anyone. I wouldn't have thought of it, but Bearded Tongue is just the thing. That's good stuff and readily available to me. And you, of course. Yes, it will deaden her pain perfectly. She should avoid straining herself, of course. Bearded tongue grass won't heal like red silkgrass does, but why spend all that money just to speed healing? Exactly. A wise decision, and one with a better bottom line for us both. I'll need payment in advance, of course. Business has been slow. What am I supposed to do? Starve? You're right. That wouldn't be just given the circumstances. As much as I hate to do it, I can knock a few silvers off the price for you. An excellent choice. I'll mix the salve for you and prepare the poultice. It won't take a moment. Time will heal her, as long as she's careful not to strain herself. You are the best kind of friend. Generous but frugal. Most excellent. Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down. Always happy to help.
This has been a busy day for us all. Is there something you need? The sun breaks through the clouds when I hear news like this. Heavens, I can already feel it working. That's amazing. Yes, this should be perfect. The poultice must have cost you some silver. Let me repay you. What did it cost? Given how quickly I could feel an effect, this cure was worth it. Here, take this with my thanks. If you're interested in trying to set a new record for Smiling Mountain's special prize, whatever it is, then I'll be ready. Goodbye.
What can I do for you? I am here to serve and train. What is there to say? She tells me that she is feeling much better. If you wish to face her, I will allow it. Kiamin says that she is feeling well, though I worry about such exertion so soon after a wound. But she knows her capabilities and would not take a foolish risk. If you win this match, then I will have a special reward for you. Good fortunes. You have set a new standard, and your prize is well earned. But forgive me, my attention is elsewhere. Kiamin's injury has worsened, as you could probably see. She's responsible for her own health, and accidents in the ring can happen. I just pray that my decision to let the two of you spar has not crippled her.
You fought well, and the record is yours. I have a feeling it will stay yours for some time. Smiling Mountain says I will be fine, but his eyes told me that I may have injured myself badly. Oh, it was my foolish pride, thinking that some herb could restore me to health so easily. You mean, you bought a cheap painkiller when I was prepared to pay you back? Oh, I may never fight again, and you sold my health for a few silvers? You are the worst kind of person. I'm surprised you don't get along better with Gao the Lesser, but maybe he's jealous of how terrible you can be. Leave me and the body your greed shattered. I want nothing to do with you.
What can I do for you? I am here to serve and train. Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic. Let's see what you can learn.
Gao awaits your signal to start the challenge, my student. Tell me when you are ready, and I will have the combat ring prepared. Then let the fighters meet in the arena. Fighters, are you ready? This challenge will continue until one of you is incapacitated. This is not a practice bout. Injury is a possibility.
A possibility? I think it is more than likely.
Master, are you certain this is appropriate?
They have a dispute, and this is the only way to settle it with certainty. It will be an honorable contest. I have restricted Gao from using his father's sorcery.
I said you would regret getting in my way.
Fighters, begin!
Legendary Heavenly Wave! Legendary Strike! I need healing!
Gao?
Legendary Heavenly Wave! Legendary Strike! I need... Focus. I need heal.
It is done. The challenge has concluded and the winner is clear.
No! I'm not finished!
Gao, I have made enough concessions to you today. I thought I could guide you away from your corrupted path, but you are too much the son of Gao the Greater. You are no longer welcome among my students, and your father's house shall have no more business here, despite his influence.
I was not beaten! Not by this peasant!
You were defeated by your own foolish ambition and predictable temper. I will speak with you in my chambers about your expulsion. Go now. Everyone, This challenge is concluded. I'm sure the victor would appreciate your congratulations. They are well earned. Enjoy the words of your fellows. I will wait in the main hall, where we will discuss the Spirit Cave. Be certain you are ready when you come to me. Your life is about to change.
That was exciting. I'm glad you were safe. I knew you would be. Your skill is unmatched. Even Gao had to see that. I suppose that's what set him off. I hope he isn't allowed to stay. Punishment just makes him worse. Master Li has bent like a willow to accommodate him and his sorcerer's father. You can't mean that. I mean, Master Li does do some odd things, but he must be thinking of bigger issues.
It scares me sometimes, all this talk of troubled spirits. I didn't ask to be a part of it. As much as you want to know more, I doubt you had a say in your fate either. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a happy time. You've proven your ability and Master Li is waiting for you. You should go to him.
There you are. Have you finished all your business with your fellow students? I expect our next conversation to change a great many things. You should be ready. Wait outside, Gao. I will finish with you later. Now, my student, there are many things ahead that you must discover about yourself. I trust you know the importance of your destiny. I am sorry, but I wanted your development unspoiled by expectation, and with the events of late, well, there have been many factors acting upon you. You are an orphan, but you were not abandoned. You were rescued from the Temple of Dirge in the land of howling spirits. You were orphaned by violent action. I take responsibility for it. You see, I used to be more than a humble teacher. To learn of yourself, you must learn more of me. I was once leader of the Imperial Army. I was known as Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I am the brother of Emperor Sun Hai. I will tell you more, but first, we have an uninvited visitor. Gao never could keep his ears to himself, especially when angry. So predictable. He's heard as much as I wanted him to. Perhaps it will give him a little perspective. He should respect even the most humble person, because who knows what lies within. That includes you and me both. I've hid it well, along with my shame. He seized your homeland during the long drought. It was an aggressive change in the Empire that would soon bring Death's Hand to power. I withdrew my support and tried to rally your people against the siege I had helped plan. A doomed effort. Many died on both sides. Sun King, another brother, also fell. Listen, I will tell you how you came into my care.
Come with me. No, this is my fight. Go!
Your people were killed. I am haunted by it, and now the world may join me. The assassin on the beach was a Lotus assassin, a minion of Death's Hand. More will come. Most in the Empire know nothing of the land of howling spirits. I found its people to be honorable, but I can't tell you more than that. There was no time to learn more. He is the right hand of the Emperor, and rules the Lotus Assassins in place of Prince Sun Qin, who was killed at Dirge, a death he may have orchestrated. He shows no hesitation, and gave no thought to the lives of those we faced. His influence poisons the Emperor. I have no doubt he is utterly evil. I have never faced him, but I know of no one living who has. A dark energy sustains him. That is the armor of a man who has no remorse, no pity. There were three: Emperor Sun Hai, Prince Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, and myself, Sun Li, the glorious strategist. Age decided our place in the order of things. Sun Hai was the eldest and therefore emperor. I was next and was head of the army. Sun Qin was the youngest and leader of the monastic order. Your people were guardians, but we did not have a clear idea of what. It is tied to your destiny. I will explain if you want me to move on. You were meant for something important, but because of my actions it was denied you. Stories about ghosts, the assassin on the beach, you are tied to this. Our dead no longer drift to the underworld. They wander, lost, going mad. In time they may overwhelm the living. It began when your people were destroyed. You condemn without knowing all the facts. That is my fault, but I am trying to make up for it as quickly as circumstances allow. We are on the edge of the Empire, and not all spirits make their presence known. We are not immune, but I kept you isolated. This information could endanger you. The first assassin found us by accident. The next attack may not be so unfocused. To fix the world, you may threaten the power of some dangerous people. The Spirit Cave will make things as clear as they can be. Only you are meant to understand what is within. You will see the corruption of the spirit realm for yourself. It is here, in my home. I kept it hidden by never acknowledging its importance. It is not hard to hide something. You need only master keeping the secret. It was partly the strange skills of Dawnstar that showed me to the corruption, and partly something that belongs to you. You'll understand when you enter. Well, it is thought that spirits naturally try to find their way to the underworld, but if their lives or deaths were painful, they return to what was familiar. The school has seen its share of tragedy in the past. Something of yours has allowed me to keep the students protected, but the dead will be everywhere soon enough. You must enter and see for yourself. Good. Focus on that. It will keep your head clear. I know you are up to this task. There are instructions inside and something that belongs to you, an amulet. When you emerge, you will know more about yourself and your destiny than I can explain, and you will better know your enemy. Spirits go mad if denied passage to the underworld. They are strong, but you can fight them. You can't kill the dead, but in defeat they are disrupted and can't reform for a time. You are tied to the reason why spirits wander. Many appeared after your people fell, and some are held in this cave. They are drawn to your amulet. It is a head waiting for you. Be careful. It is desired by many seeking power beyond the mortal realm. I make no apology for these trials, my student. You will come to see how necessary they are.